Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to another video. Today I have another what I eat in a day video to share with you. I want to get this up because this was actually the week before Christmas and I'm just now getting those videos out. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm following the Weight Watchers program. I get 23 points a day plus my 28 weeklies. And I'll also be giving calories and macros as well. There are days that I kind of keep an eye on both of those. And when I do, I share those. I try to do a what I eat in a day and kind of share so that I can share both of them with you. So here I'm just pouring my coffee. I'm just a plain Jane coffee drinker, just regular coffee. I usually add a couple Splenda to it. And then I use the Coffee Mate sugar-free French vanilla creamer, but I'm also combining it. I'm using a little bit of each. This time I'm using the French vanilla and then also the sweet Italian cream, which is really good. So I'm usually putting in about 65 grams of the creamer in there. I used to just not count my coffee. I used to just pour it, but I found that I was using more and more creamer. So I've been trying to reel it back in and get into the habit of weighing it just to kind of get an idea. And I was getting way more. So I was only counting it for 2 points and I was honestly putting probably about 4 points worth of creamer in there. So for now, I'm just weighing it until I get used to the color of it. But if you are one who does not count your coffee, then don't count your coffee. You do you. So I'll be counting my coffee as 2 points and about 60 calories. I have some breakfast going on here. I've got some eggs and just some low sodium bacon bits. Over here I have some carrots I gotta use up. So 2 pieces of, it's the Aldi bread. I just threw the bag away because these are the last 2 pieces. The 40 calorie wheat bread from Aldi, 1 point per slice. I also have my Good Culture cottage cheese, which I love. So I'm gonna toss a little bit of that in with my eggs. I've let it go a little bit too far, too long. Trying to get my camera ready. So we're just gonna do this. Add some protein to that egg. I've got about 35 grams of avocado on my toast and a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. So these cottage cheese are 120 calories, they're 2 points and 19 grams of protein. So we're talking about 410 calories for this entire breakfast. For points, it's going to be 5 points and we are at 41 grams of protein on this plate. And I pulled my bag out. This is the bread I use, Fit and Active wheat bread, 40 calories, and it's 1 point for 1 slice. And it doesn't go to 3 when you have 2 slices like a lot of bread does. It's 2 points for 2 slices. Anybody else love a huge salad? I mean, this is huge. This is like a serving salad bowl. So in here I have some romaine lettuce, I have some black olives, some cucumbers, carrots. I have a little bit of green olives in there that I threw in there. And I think that's it. Tomatoes. I didn't put any onion in there this time. I have 3 ounces of turkey. And my feta cheese. And let me show you this feta that I get from Aldi. This is my favorite kind. It's only 2 points for a whole ounce and 60 calories. So in this entire thing, it's a little over 300 calories, about 32 grams of protein, and I think 4 points. If I'm counting correctly, I'm going to plug it into my app here in a minute. I'm pretty sure it's 1 point for the olives, 1 point for each of the olives. So that's 2 points for the feta, and then I'm probably going to have 1 point worth of this light Italian dressing. You can have 2 tablespoons for 1 point of this. So I'm probably going to use the full 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to weigh out 32 grams. So it's going to be probably about a 4 point salad. But honestly, with salads this big, I would take as much as 8 points for a salad. I love big salads. All right, it's dinner time, and I actually just got done filming a slow cooker recipe. Yes, I know I promised you all a slow cooker recipe, but it has taken me some time. I thought I would have it filmed quicker than this, and it's taken me some time to get it filmed. I actually did one recipe that did not turn out at all. So I had to get rid of that one and come up with a couple other ones. But anyway, this one is a favorite of ours. This is slow cooker barbecue meatloaf. And then I just went with some quick sides tonight. I have some steamable Brussels sprouts with just a little bit of reduced fat cheese on there. And then I have just some Idahoan roasted garlic potatoes. I prefer to make my own, but this is what we have tonight. So for these, they're 4 points and 110 calories. That's for half a cup dry. So what I usually do, it's 140 grams prepared. So you just prepare this with water. So I just put my plate on a scale and weigh it out. So 4 points for that. For the meatloaf, that's 1.5 servings, and I'm going to count it as 5. Normally, the recipe calls for turkey breast, but I did combine it with some 93% lean turkey. So I'm going to call it as 5 points for that. 0 for my Brussels sprouts. I'll count it a point for the cheese, and then 4 for the potatoes. So this is a 10-point dinner and about 420 calories. And for the protein, it ends up being about 40 grams of protein. Okay, so I saved myself 2 points and 60 calories. I am stuffed. So I ate probably about half of that. So that'll bring the plate down to 8 points and 360 calories. Okay, if you know me, you know I do not deprive myself. It is the holidays, and it is the one time a year that we make Christmas crack. My grandson actually, he did most of this. He really helped me this year. So that is what the Christmas crack looks like. If you're not familiar with Christmas crack, it's basically saltine crackers that you melt butter and brown sugar, pour it over the top, then you melt chocolate chips, pour that over the top, and then you can either crumble nuts over it. This time I crushed some M&Ms over the top. So that's Christmas crack, and it's something that only gets made in my house once a year. The thing is though, honestly, with this, it's so rich that I only need a little bit. I have 3 pieces on my plate here, but I probably will just eat 2 of them. So I'm gonna have that, and then that's it. I won't be having anything later tonight. And then I also here have 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk that I'm gonna have with it. So one thing with this Christmas crack, it's actually hard to count the points because you make the whole thing and then you just break it all into different pieces. So it's all individual pieces. So what I'm gonna do for this amount, I think I'm gonna count it as 6 points and about 150 calories. Okay, so I did just put it in the tracker. I put it in Weight Watchers and also my Fitness Pal so I could see what the calories were. So it's really, like I said, it's really hard to figure out how many portions it makes. So it said for the entire thing that you make, it makes 30 portions. And that each 30 portions was 9 points and then 177 calories. So I think to be safe, I'm gonna go with the 9 points and the 177 calories just to be on the safe side. So even with playing it safe and counting the Christmas crack higher, I still only ended up with 28 points for the day. So I ended up with 28 out of 23. I used 5 of my weeklies. I use my weeklies. How I use them is different. Some days it's in one day. Some days it's split up throughout the week. It just depends on any given day. And then for my calories, I ended up with 1,413 calories and 122 grams of protein. And if you're new to Weight Watchers, you do not have to count your calories and your macros. I just share them because on days that I pay attention to it, that I log it into my Fitness Pal, if I have it, then I will share it. As always, I always appreciate when you hit that thumbs up button on my videos. And if you're new and not subscribed, I'd love for you to be a part of the family. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.